So another example, right? Instead of the same thing is I've done. Okay, so directly, if I have to take this one, I'm going to explain the below details to cover other topics. So here's the same. Okay, winter product ID 1 main, and I'm doing products. Okay, look up the products, give me the product name. Okay, where product ID is the product ID 1, gender in proper case. Okay, when I'm saying gender in proper case, it is like men, if this is men. Okay, and season is winter. So I'm adding two filters. Okay, search for those product. Okay, so I could have eliminated the product ID and I've simply said gender and season, right? So what I could have done here was, instead of looking for product ID, this would be my case. Okay, so fetch me the product name, where the gender is male and the season is winter. Okay, and then the similar lookup can be used in throughout this year. So product description. Okay, I have to change here. I was copy pasting here, so simply copy paste will not work. So here I did this one. So similar, your product name here is product description, and the filter criteria has to be changed. So this will be this. And the similar here, you are doing price. Okay, so your price. See, this is how, if you write the code, okay, it will be easy for updating also. So now I'm just simply replacing that line with product ID with these two filters. So similarly, packaging date, instead of just product ID, I sat late in night and I was doing. So this is in the block. This is a mistake here. Okay.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
So here, again, see, if you're formatting these functions properly, it will help you to easily, modify any syntax you're doing here. This one, and gender. Here you go, right? Yeah. So this will be for your product name. This is product description. Okay, based on what? Based on gender and season. So this is the second example. You can have another filter also. Okay, saying that gender is male, season is winter, and if you want to add some, like price should be 56, then you can add price also to it. So this is how the assignment is done, and the same function. So this one is not going to change, right? Just copy paste, it is going to work. The only thing that you have to change is the function, lookup function, and that is the filter property, right? Everybody clear till now? Any questions? I'll wait for a minute, no problem, if I'm running fast.
Yes, Ceci, one question actually. So when we are defining the variable value at the top, the variable which is subscriber key, when we are setting that variable value, so we used underscore subscriber key instead of using attribute value and mentioning the attribute field name. So what's the actual difference?
I think I explained here before. Okay, anyway, so again I'll try to explain this. So this is a personalization string. Okay, so this is the personalization string defined by the system. Lot of personalization strings are there. This for email address. This is basically from profile attributes. So this one is the subscriber key.
Yes.
Okay. When you're using underscore subscriber key.
Yes.
So this is a personal string. So it first goes and look up to what is your lookup. It is going to do. It's going to do at the all subscriber key, all subscribers. So here, when you're using underscore subscriber key, so this person's string is first going to look up to the all subscribers. Okay. If you have already added this subscriber into the all subscribers, then this is going to fetch it from the all subscriber and assign here. You're writing a lookup. Okay. The data extension name will be, say, EMT dot subscribers. Okay, this is the data view. So this is similar to what you're doing here. Okay, and it's going to look at the attribute called subscriber key. So it's more of a retrieve function to the all subscriber. Yeah, any questions?
And Shashi, will it look for the parent BU because you're using ENT? So if I'm checking, if I'm doing this, if I'm using underscore subscriber key in a child BU, is it going to look in the parent BU or in the same child BU?
All subscriber will always refer to the parent view. It is never going to the child view because all contacts and all subscribers are always at the enterprise level. So if you, even if you write this, okay, the syntax is correct, okay, but what it's going to do is it is going to return you null. So if you go through my blog also, I'll try to send you this one, okay, someday. If you go through my blog also, you'll see the difference between ent.allSubscriber, okay, and what is the difference between underscore subscriber. I have written in a big detail. You can fetch it in, you can see it in my LinkedIn post also. You have to just scroll little down, but you will see these details. It's written in great detail. A lot of people has this confusion about ent.subscribers and underscore subscriber. Never use underscore subscriber when you're writing a query or any lookup. It will land to a big issue. Okay, now, so lookup functions, we are done. Okay, now we'll go to lookup rows, then we'll go to lookup order rows. Okay, so here, a similar, like I have the product data extension, we have the product details. Then here, see the ordinals are changing. Okay, here it requires the data extension name and the column name, okay, used to identify the row, and the value here. Okay, in the previous one, in the lookup, okay, you had 4 ordinals, right? You also had the column name to retrieve, but here in the lookup rows, you don't have the column name to retrieve. It will retrieve the full row. So this one, okay, percentage here. So I'm only changing this last line from the previous one. Previous one, it was a lookup to the previous one. See here, I was writing 7 to 8 lines to fetch. See the difference between these two. Same, okay, these are all attributes, these are the same. Okay, all these variable settings are same. When you're using lookup rows, I'm simply saying go to the products and define the filter gender equals to men. Here I was saying, okay, I want product name for product ID equals to 1. So I'm only changing this particular line. Okay, now if you have to print, okay, okay, let make the distinctions very clear. So this was my output for the lookup. So I'm going to print the values, right? Now, if I have to do lookup rows, now this lookup, this the lookup rows. See how I'm printing. Now it is little complex than the other. Defining a function, okay, to fetch the products from the data extension where gender equals to men, right? So this is fetching me the rows where this criteria is matching, where gender equals to men. So see your output. Okay, this is the lookup. So we can differentiate very easily here. So you're saying same. Okay, hello Sasi Prasad, comma. We are writing this email for the new product launch, product details. Now I have the inline function if. Okay, if it returning me the row which is greater than 0, if I have at least one row that is fetched based on this criteria. And then I'm using for loop. Okay, for I equals to 1 to the row count.
Okay.
So somebody was asking me in the previous question was, what is the difference between data extension row count and this row count, right? So data extension count and this, I don't know where I've written the data extension count or this, right? So the difference here is after this lookup, I'm returning a value, right? On this, I'm using what is the count for this row, how many row I have here. So that way I'm using row count, right? And what is the parameter I'm passing? The parameter is the data set that I'm passing, not the data extension name. Data extension row count, I'm passing the parameter as the data extension name. Here I'm passing the row count, right? So here this is the parameter is the difference. This is not a data extension name. It is the data set.
Got it. So for data extension row count, it will give all the records in the data extension, and this row count will give the number of records in that row set, right? Not the whole.
Okay.